Hey guys, I'm P-Freak. Welcome back to Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Last time, we took care of our first ever gym leader over here in Rustboro. We took on Roxanne, the Rock-type gym leader, and then we followed the Team Aquagoon again, got some Devon parts back, and we were then told that we need to go over to Dewford to go deliver some message over to this guy named Steven, which is apparently the Devon Corporation president's son or something like that. In this part, we are going to do exactly that, to make our way over to Dewford. We can walk around the Devon Corporation now. I don't know if there's much of interest here. What do you guys say? I'm researching Pokemon fossils. I did mention last time that Pokemon fossils, we might be getting those later on, but we won't be getting those anytime soon. This is just where you go after you get the Pokemon fossils. If you have a fossil, bring it to me. And we do not have a fossil. Basically, you give that guy a Pokemon fossil, he'll turn into an actual Pokemon. It's interesting, I guess? I'm developing new kinds of Pokeballs, but I haven't made much headway. Here you go, try to make one that just captures every Pokemon perfectly. That's easy to make, right? Like, seriously, if you guys ever seen Dorkly, they actually have an animation where Red actually, instead of using the Master Ball, reverse engineers it and then sells it to make millions. It's like, dude, come on. Okay, sorry about that. Game froze for some reason. Oh hey, P-Freak, have you been catching lots of Pokemon? I'm doing pretty good on that front, at least. I caught so many Pokemon in the Petalburg Woods, I ran out of Pokeballs. Oh yeah. And I passed by Mr. Briney when I was in the Petalburg Woods. I guess he must have been on his way home to his cottage on Route 104. P-Freak, he just moved here, so there's no way you could know, but Mr. Briney was once a highly respected seafarer. Huh. Interesting. Maybe it's a hint, hint, nudge, nudge that we should probably go talk to this Mr. Briney fellow. While we're headed back over there, we can finally access this country and see what's behind. It is a Revive. Okay, that's actually a pretty nice item. Revives we won't be getting for quite a bit. You will be able to eventually buy them. Basically, as they say, they revive a Pokemon from the fainted status. So they're pretty nice. They only heal up half the HP though. If you want the full HP, then you need to get a Max Revive. Let's also see what's on this other side of this tree. I can speak, I swear. Let's see, more grass. I want to avoid. More grass. Are you a trainer? Oh, the thing you have, it's Pokénav Plus. That means you're a trainer. You should try this item. A Miracle Seed, okay. That's actually pretty good. Kind of wish they gave us that before we got cut, but not bad. It's Miracle Seed. If Pokemon holds it, its grass-type moves become stronger. Besides Miracle Seed, I think there are other convenient items for Pokemon to hold. So this will be good if you start off with Trico like I did, or if you got like Shroomish, Lotad, or Seedot around here. And we also found a Great Ball. And you might be curious, what the hell is this? Surface covered with moss. Touching it feels good somehow. So, for those of you who don't know, back in Generation 3, this was not here. This revolves around a Pokemon that you actually cannot get in the Hoenn region normally. I don't know why they didn't allow you to get this Pokemon in Hoenn region, seeing it's basically a secondary mascot. This is to help the Pokemon Eevee evolve into Leafeon. Leafeon was not a thing back in Generation 3. It only came out the generation afterwards. For Leafeon before Generation 8, you had to level it up in an area with a mossy rock. This would be Eterna Forest and Sinnoh, here in Hoenn and only in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Pinwheel Forest in Generation 5, and can't really remember the other places. Some late game area in X and Y, and then in Gen 7 it was. I know what the forest is. I've played Gen 7 recently. I just can't remember its name. Next attack, okay. More money for us to sell. Point is that it's changed, so now you can actually just, if you ever get an Eevee, you can evolve into Leafeon here. So that's pretty convenient. Again, Eevee, though, is not native to Hoenn, so we probably will not be getting one ever. Oh, wait, we actually just passed by where we were supposed to go. Whoops, I got ahead of myself. Anyway, back here on Route 104, we need to talk to Mr. Briney. And there he is, chasing his Pico around. So I guess I was wrong. I guess they do have it in this as well. Hold on, last, belay that Pico. Oh, if it ain't P-Freak, you're the one who saved my Pico. Aye, but we owe you for that day. What's that? You want to sail with me? What's this all about, then? A lair bound for Dewford? Certainly, that'd be no problem at all. You've come to the right man. Shall we hoist sail for Dewford at once? Head to Dewford. Dewford, we're coming. Anchors away. Pico, we're setting sail, my darling. Yay! We get to sail across the ocean, despite us not being able to on our own yet. We will eventually not need Mr. Briney's help to do this. But for now, we have this cool little cutscene, which is way better in this generation than it is in Generation 3. Because you can add actual cutscenes into the 3DS, so that's pretty neat. And it's already over. Yay. Nice music, though. Ahoy, we struck land, Dewford, lad. I suppose you'll be headed ashore to deliver that letter to what's-his-name or whomever. If you're ever feeling lost in a drift, though, try calling the island's Pokemon Gym. The leader, Brawly, surely knows everyone and everything that goes on in this town. Pokemon Gym, hey? Sounds like a fun time. Real quickly, though, we made it here to Dewford, and I want to talk to this guy. This is a renowned fishing spot. Are you getting the itch to fish? Sure, why not? I hear you. I like what you're saying. I'll give you one of my fishing rods. Talk to this guy, and he'll give you the old rod. The old rod is kind of crap. And as an added bonus, I'll even throw in a little fishing device. First, you want to face the water, then use the rod. Focus your mind. If you get a bite, pull on the rod. Sometimes you can snag something immediately, but the big catch is you need time. You need to time the pulls on your rod to haul them in. So, the old rod. Basically, you're able to get Pokemon through fishing in the game. You go into your little item slot here, go over to the teeth, items, and use the old rod while you're facing a thing of water. The old rod, you can only catch 2 Pokemon with this method. Magikarp and Tentacool. Which, both of them are fine. I've used a Tentacool into a Tentacruel in my Heart Gold playthrough, and Magikarp turns into a really great Pokemon known as Gyarados, despite it being really weak early on. But I don't plan on using either of them right now. I already have a freaking Mudkip. I don't need another water type on my team. Anyways, Dewford Town. There's not too much we can explore within the town itself. Not that I remember anyways. There's a gym here, and we will definitely be going to that. Real quickly, just stop inside the Pokemon Center. I don't think there's anything around here. And the main reason why we are over here is because we need to go over in this direction to Route 106 and into this cave here. So this cave is a little different than it is in the original Generation 3, obviously. This is a cave where our man of the hour, Steven Stone, is supposed to be located. I need more repels before I go through this. Unfortunately, there's not a traditional shop around here. Crap. I guess let me head back over to Pelberg to actually get more repels. Anyways, as I was saying, it's a bit different because in the later areas, later levels, the floors will actually be a bit darker, and you originally needed some sort of HM to navigate them. You technically don't need it, but it makes it easier. But I'd say before we do that, we should go into this gym. Yo, how's it going, Champ to be P-Freak? Dewford's gym leader, Brawly, commands Fighting-type Pokemon. Going against it with Normal-type Pokemon is asking for trouble. Fighting-type Pokemon will lay a serious smackdown on Normal-type Pokemon, so you stay on your toes. Hey, okay, go for it. Alright, so, similar to what I was saying, this is also different in Generation 3. I think you're technically required. Don't you dare brush me off, it's not my fault if you cry. This room would instead be very dark, and every time you beat a trainer, it would actually be brighter or easier to see around. Much like how I was mentioning, it's similar to how Flash worked in the original games. Flash was an HM that, I think it's technically still an HM in this game, or it might have been demoed down to a TM like it is in other games, I can't remember. We'll eventually get Flash, I'm pretty sure. Another thing. Sorry, I got interrupted there. Another thing. This is mainly going to be the reason why I have Gardenia here, because it's a fighting-type gym, and Gardenia, both Psychic and Fairy types, is super effective against fighting types, so that'll be pretty easy. I think Gardenia is actually going to evolve soon. We have not actually seen an evolution. Evolution is basically when a Pokemon meets a certain requirement, they will change into a much stronger form. Typically much stronger. There is maybe one example where I can think of where the original form is maybe just a bit weaker than the evolved form. Actually, I think... Yeah, speak of the devil, and we actually see our first evolution here. Barret King is evolving. Not exactly the Pokemon we need to evolve for this gym, but this will be mostly Gardenia's gym. And with that, our starter has evolved into a Marshtomp, which is really good because Marshtomp's going to be really needed for the next gym. Just saying. Mudshot. Okay. Unfortunately, still not a physical ground-type move. The user attacks by hurling a blob of mud at the target. This also lowers target's speed stat, but it is way better than Mudslap. So we are definitely going to replace that. Alright, there we go. Got a new party member. Technically. Alright, and now that we defeated her, we can finally see that we can pass by this conveyor belt. This conveyor belt is otherwise just blocking us from going forward, just straight forward. So we have to have these rooms be lit up, and then we can see through the locker rooms, it looks like. We can just walk around. We have to still walk in the dark, which is kind of weird in the contrast where we're really bright in a super dark room. Sorry, my train of thought is just like all over the place, it seems like. Seems like you can't avoid these gym leaders unlike the original gym leaders. Gym trainers unlike the first gym. Which is fine. I guess I did stop my conversation about Flash. I'll just say Flash is actually not that bad of a move, at least within Generation 5 onward, because Generation 4 had the change too. It used to have a really low accuracy, but then they changed it to 100 accuracy. If you have the choice between raising your evasion and lowering the enemy's accuracy, though, you do want to choose raising your evasion. Basically, that's what the only thing Flash does in battle is lower the opponent's accuracy, which makes it harder for them to hit moves. But you can achieve the same effect to a much better degree if you just use Double Team. In other words, it's super freaking cheap. Alright. Not enough power. Yep, you just had a single Machop, and I have one of the, or at least what evolves into one of the best Psychic types that ever existed. Alright. A lot of Psychic types are really good. There are some bad Psychic types. I'm not going to say every Psychic type's freaking good. There are just a lot of really good ones. Ralts into its fully evolved form, Gardevoir is pretty good. We've seen that firsthand when we use Gardevoir in Generation 8. There's Eevee to Espeon. Of course, Alakazam, the freaking poster child of Psychic types. That thing was freaking overpowered back in the original games. Mr. Mime is alright, I guess. Jinx is alright too. Those are just some Psychic types I can think of off the top of my head. Then we also have some not so great ones, like Wobbuffet. Although Wobbuffet falls into the same thing as I said before for Shedinja. It's a niche category Pokemon, like it's a gimmick Pokemon. That's the term I use. A gimmick Pokemon. Alright, next up is Machop. Simple Confusion should take care of it. That's another nice thing about having the Fairy type now. Normally Metatypes, they are fighting Psychic types. They are kind of the poster child for mixed attackers before the physical special split. Or at least I think of them like that. With the Fairy type now, they are actually weak to the Fairy type, unlike the Psychic type where they're actually taking neutral damage from it. Like, is there really that big of a difference if I go this way? No, I just can't go anywhere this direction. Okay. Guess we're going this way. Go down. There. And there we go. And like that, we made it to the final area. What the hell are you doing? Some fancy ass exercise? Of course, the fighting type gym leader would have like a whole bunch of exercise or whatever. I'm Brawley, Dewford's gym leader. I've been churned in the rough waves of these parts, and I've grown tough using the cave at the outskirts of this town as my training ground, as well as using the equipment in this gym. So you want to challenge me? Let's see what you're made of. Alright, and here we go, Brawley. Unfortunately, I was not able to go and fight those other trainers I've yet to fight off-screen because we had the little cutscene with May, and I did not want to leave that out of the video, sorry. But hey, we already have our second gym battle. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't think the other gym battles are going to be as back-to-back as these two are. The third one's going to take a while for us to actually get there, if I remember. The fourth one definitely is going to take a good long while. Anyways, this should be relatively easy, though. Fighting types are not known for their special defense, so... yeah, see? We just one-shot them chop. Now, funny thing about this gym, I actually struggled quite a bit with this gym back when I originally played Pokemon Emerald. I struggled so badly, what I did is I went into the cave that we're going to be going into and caught the Pokemon known as Sableye. Back in Generation 1, or Generation 3, Sableye had no sort of weakness. I guess that really doesn't matter. Sableye had no weakness because of its weird type combination. It now has a weakness to Fairy types, so there's that. But also, Brawley's team could not touch the Sableye at all thanks to its Ghost type, because Ghost is immune to both Fighting type moves and Normal type moves. And that was the only damaging moves these Pokemon had, were Fighting and Normal type moves. So literally, if you just got a Sableye, you couldn't do anything, and that's what I ended up doing. Despite the fact that the Sableye was so friggin' weak, it took so long to actually finish that battle. But, just like that, our Zigzagoon's leveled up again. Headbutt. No, none of you are going to learn Headbutt. Give me a second. Alright, but there we go. Whoa, wow, you are made a much bigger splash than I expected. There we go. That's our second gym badge already under our belt. Nice. Okay, you've got me. Take this gym badge. And we get the knuckle badge, I believe it's called. Pretty sure it's called the knuckle badge. Kind of looks like a boxing glove. Yeah, the knuckle badge. Knuckle badge makes all Pokemon up to level 30. Even those you get in trades, obey without question. You know what? I think you can make full use of this too. I'm sure it'll help your Pokemon bulk up muscle. And we get TM08 bulk up, which is not a bad move. Bulk up temporarily enhances Pokemon's muscle power. Move boosts its both attack and defense stats of the Pokemon. I can see your talent becoming a giant wave that causes a storm of astonishment with trainers one day. I look forward to the day when I can surf your giant wave. By the way, have you been to Granite Cave? It's located north of this town. It's full of fascinating stuff, like rare stones and a wall painting thousands of years old. My friend Steven rushed into that cave after I told him about it. Interesting. Well, we are going to be headed to Granite Cave next. I need to get more repels, because, as we all know, caves and Pokemon kinda suck without repels. So, Mr. Briney, can you please take me back to Pelberg? Alright. Have you delivered the letter yet? Or you mean to sail back to Pelberg, maybe? So, the reason why you asked for that sort of thing is because in the original Generation 3 games, you were actually able to completely skip, well, okay, no, let me take it back a second. So, in Generation 3, you were actually able to completely skip the second gym battle. You still had to deliver the letter to Steven, but after you did that, you were able to go straight to the next city without even having to bother with the second gym. Because the second gym only gave you access to being able to use the move Flash outside of battle back in Generation 3. And, as I said, it's technically, you could still technically get through places without Flash. They didn't have, like, any requirements like that. Is there even a shop in here? Like, am I blind? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm blind. But yeah, you were able to skip the second gym leader in the original games. Anyways, I'll meet you guys back over at Granite Cave. Oh, apparently, we now have access to Super Repels. We only have 2 gyms, so we already have Super Repels. These are way superior to Repels, because these are only 100 steps, this is 200 steps, and you get the extra 200 steps for only 150 Pokédollars more, which is definitely way more bang for your buck. I am definitely spending all my money on Super Repels, thank you very much. Alright, now that we have Super Repels in tow, hopefully we should be able to get through Granite Cave with no problem. Alright. So there are a couple of interesting Pokemon in here, I guess. Like I said, you can find Sableye here, but you can also find another Pokemon known as Mawile here. Mawile is not the best Pokemon. Sableye itself isn't the best Pokemon either. Okay, I'm dumb. I remember you being able to access multiple floors of this cave originally, but I guess they changed it in this, so I'm just kind of stupid. Guess we really didn't need to do that. Hey, you, it gets awfully dark ahead. It'll be tough trying to explore. Well, for us Psychers, helping out those that we meet is our motto. Here you go, I'll pass this on to you. Okay, so it was downgraded to just a TM. Flash. Teach that TM Flash to a Pokemon and use it. It lights up everything in the inky darkness of caves. Again, technically it's not required, but it makes things a bit easier. So, originally we'd have to go through multiple floors to actually find where we're supposed to go, but I guess we just go through here. And... what do we have over here? Cave paintings, yay! I have no idea what half of this means. Hey, you, random guy in the middle of the whole thing. Do you have any idea what all this means? Looks like a giant fish with weird arms. Hello! Holy crap, I forgot how cute you looked. So, in the ancient world, their primal forms once held this much power. The super ancient Pokemon. What terrible strength. But this appearance here, it seems somehow different from Mega Evolution. It seems my questions will not be answered today. Hi. You are... I see. It's a pleasure, P-Freak. My apologies. My name is Steven. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Today, my journey brought me here. But what about you? Oh, a letter from me. Yeah, here you go. Why, thank you. It must have been some trouble to track me down. I suppose I must repay you in some way. Let me see. I will give you this TM. Please accept it, as it contains my favorite move, Steel Wing. Ah, this is not one of my favorite moves. In fact, I have kind of an annoying history with this move. If you don't mind me asking, do you feel anything particular when you look up at this wall? I feel confusion, if that's what you mean. A primal world lost thousands of years in the past. A legendary Pokemon of tremendous power became humanity's greatest threat. The terror aroused by that power is clear to see in this ancient artwork. Yes, but not all power is terrible. Your Pokemon are clearly quite capable as well. Looking at you all together, I think that you have it in you, and what it takes to become the Pokemon League champion. As long as you keep training, that is. Good luck to you. I must be going now. Well, he is a suave son of a gun. Anyways, Steel Wing, as I was saying, I have a rough history with Steel Wing. When I was playing my Pokemon Heart Gold Let's Play, I really wanted Steel Wing on my Fearow, because I had no move to deal with frickin' rock types. But unfortunately, you can't get Steel Wing until after you get all frickin' 16 badges in that game. So that was fun to deal with. Steel Wing itself is an okay move, I guess. It doesn't have perfect accuracy, but it has a chance to raise the user's defense, which is fine, I guess. But anyways, now that we delivered the letter to Steven and we got our second gym badge, if we go talk to Mr. Briney over here... Oh, looks as though you delivered your chit good and proper. Okay, that's weird. But that reminds me, I had a message from the President Stone saying he has another favor to ask. It's about the Devon parts that you recovered from him before. Oh boy, will we finally figure out what these are? Seems as though they're to go to some fellow called Stern at Slateport's shipyard. This old sea dog will see there safely. Weigh anchors, we're for Slateport. Yep, let's go to Slateport. Slateport City it is. Anchors away. Pico, my darling, we're setting sail. Alright. Like I said, originally if you just dropped off the letter, you did not have to fight the second gym, but we already did that. And we get to see what Route 107 looks like. Briefly. We'll be getting back to Route 107 later on, because eventually we won't be needing Mr. Briney to get across water. Ahoy, we've made it land in Slateport. I suppose we're off to visit Captain Stern and deliver those Devon parts? Yes, we will, but we'll be doing that sometime later. That's gonna be it for now. We got the second gym badge and delivered the thing to Steven Stone, and now we have our next objective, which is to find the Stern fellow. If you like what I do, subscribe to my channel and follow me on all my social media links. All that will be in the description. Next time, it's up to Slateport and maybe making our way to the next city where the next gym is. I'll see you guys then.